بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وإيمانا وفقها في الدين اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وتجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا يا رب العالمين. Our topic today is on Bab Fara'id al-Wudu wa Sunanihi wa Fada'ilihi. Babu Fara'id al-Wudu wa Sunanihi wa Fada'ilihi. So this chapter discusses about the obligatory actions of ablution, and also the recommended actions of ablution, and also the merit or meritorious actions of ablution. Okay, so, and don't forget that we are this masterpiece on what is based on the madhab of Imam Malik. Okay, so he said, فأما فرائض الوضوء فسبعة. Okay, before we start reading, let's understand what is fara'id al-wudu and what is sunan and what is fada'il. Let's try to differentiate between these three terminologies before we start listing, or we get into the details. So if you say fara'id, it means a fara'id of ablution, obligatory actions of ablution. It means that things when you are performing ablution, and these actions, you must perform them. You must perform them in your ablution. If you don't perform them, then the ablution is what? Is invalid. This is what? This fara'id. And it's also sometimes referred to as pillars of ablution, or fara'id of ablution, obligatory actions of ablution. That's fara'id. You must perform them. If you don't perform them, then the ablution is considered what? Invalid. Okay. So the sunan are also what? Recommendation or recommended actions of ablution. Okay. So this recommended action of ablution, we perform them to what? To make the ablution complete. Alright? We perform them to what? To make the ablution complete. So it means that when you perform them, you have what? You have complete ablution, and then you have what? Additional reward for your ablution. But if you don't perform them, your ablution is still what? Is still valid. If you don't perform them, your ablution is still what? Is still valid. That's the recommendation and the sunan of what? Of ablution. And also fada'il of ablution. That's the merit or meritorious actions of what? Of ablution. So these actions, it's when you perform them, it's what? It beautifies the ablution, right? So the fara'id and the sunan complete the ablution, and then the merit or the meritorious action, the fada'il of ablution, what? It beautifies the ablution. Okay, it beautifies the ablution. So I hope it's clear, right? Yeah. So now we get the difference between the fara'id, the sunan, and then the fada'il, right? So we said the fara'id, what? It must be what? It must be performed. If you miss any of the fara'id, the ablution is what? Is invalid. And then also the sunan, we perform them to what? To make the ablution complete, to what? To get additional reward on top of what? The fara'id. Okay? And also the fada'il, we perform them to what? To beautify the ablution. Is that clear? So the sunan and the fada'il, if we decide not to perform it at all, the ablution will still be considered what? Valid. Is it clear? But of course, it will not be complete, and also it will not also be beautiful, because we've left the sunan and also the fada'il. Is it clear? Okay. So Imam al-Ashmawi said, rahimahullah, فَأَمَّا فرائض الوضوء فسبعة. So he said obligatory actions of ablution is 7. There are what? There are 7. There is actions of the obligatory actions of ablution are what? Are 7. Okay? So the first one is what? An-niyya. The first one is an-niyya. So niyya is what? It's an obligatory aspect of what? Ablution. Obligatory action of what? Ablution. So if you say niyya, what is niyya?
Intention.
Yes, that's intention. But how do you make intention? And where do you start with the intention? How do you make the intention? We all know that niyya is intention, right? But how do you make intention for ablution?
Within the heart.
Within the heart, yeah. You know, you have to do it within the heart. But how? What do you say to make the intention valid, or to say that yes, I've intended to perform ablution, right?
Yeah.
So how do you make that intention? We know that you don't pronounce it, you don't say it, right? It's the issue of the heart. You do what you have, that conviction in the heart, okay? But what do you see? What do you have to perceive to say, okay, I've intended to perform ablution?
So, in your heart, you intend it. Since you don't say it, that makes sense. So you intend that you are about to perform ablution. You be in that conscious.
Yeah. So that's it. You have what? You have that consciousness that you want to perform ablution for the sake of Allah. Okay, then the first intention you say what? Okay, I want to perform ablution to what? To get rid of what? Any filth, any najas that is on me, right? If there's najas, okay. So and then the second intention that you are going to perform ablution to permit you to pray, because we know that if you want to pray or act on a certain actions or on to perform some worship, some act of worship, you need to perform ablution, such as the recitation of the Quran, also tawaf, okay, and then salah. So all these you need ablution. So you also have to intend that you are coming to perform ablution to permit you to pray, because without the ablution you can't pray. Okay, so you have to intend
to do the niyyah, and maybe you pray. It's not valid.
Yeah, it's valid.
It's valid.
Yeah, it's valid. Why? We said that something obligatory in ablution, if you forget to perform it, the ablution is not valid, right? So here, based on this rule, the prayer should also not should be invalid, but it's valid. Why? That's only niyyah. Only niyyah. Yeah. Why? Because in the rest of the madhahib, there's a madhab that they don't consider niyyah as obligatory, as fard, right? That's the madhab of Hanafiya. They don't consider it as fard. So when you forget to intend when performing ablution, the ablution is still valid, with the condition that you should perform the rest of the obligatory actions of ablution. These actions should be intact, but you forgot to intend. The ablution is still valid. The prayer is also valid. Why? Because in other mazhab they don't consider intention as fard. So it's still valid according to that mazhab. This is a principle, or it's a source in the mazhab of Maliki. It's called mura'at al-khilaf. Mura'at al-khilaf. But that's only with intention. That's when you forget your intention, it will be considered valid, because in the madhab of Hanafiya, they don't consider niyyah as obligatory. But let's say you forget to wash the face or the hands or the feet. These are all obligatory actions of ablution. These, when you forget to do that and pray, the prayer is invalid. Why? Because there's no madhab that do not consider these parts as what? As recommended or fadail. Is it clear?
No, I'm sure.
Okay. So, okay, that's niyyah. So when do you perform that niyyah? When you are to wash the face. When you are to wash the face, then you intend, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't intend when washing when washing your hands. So that's where you have to intend for your ablution. Washing the face. So an-niyyatu inda ghasl al-wajh. So you intend to what? You intend for your ablution when you are about to wash your face. Okay, why not your hands but your face? Ablution, we start with what? With washing the hands 3 times and also rinsing the mouth and then also sniffing or inhaling and exhaling in the nose. But why do you have to intend before washing the face?
Because those are the profanity.
No, this is not the reason. The reason is that because this is the first fard. This is the first fard of ablution. Aside niyyah, you intend before you wash the face, right? So the what? Not the hands. But that's what I'm saying, that you can still what? You can still intend for your ablution before you wash your hands.
Okay.
Not necessarily the face. But what is recommended in the madhab is that before you should know what? You should not wash your face before intention, before you intend. So you should intend before what? Before washing the face. You get? Okay. Now he said an-niyyatu 'inda ghasl al-wajh. So ghasl al-wajh is what? Is obligatory, right? Ghasl al-wajh is obligatory. So now, and then niyyah is what? It's also obligatory, right? Okay. So since aside niyyah, there's no obligatory action of ablution before washing of the face. So if let's say we put niyyah aside, right? Intention. Washing of the face become what? The first obligatory action of ablution, right? So now, before you start with what? With the first obligatory action of ablution, you should what? You should first intend. So they are saying that you should what? They should intend before you wash the face. You should not what? Wash the face, then intend. When you do that, the washing of the face is not what? It's not valid. You get it? So that's why he said, an-niyyatu 'inda ghasl al-wajh. So you intend when you're about to wash the face. But as I said, that doesn't mean that you should know what? You can't intend before you wash your what? Before you wash the hands and also rinse the mouth. Okay? That's what should be done. You should, before you wash the hands, rinse the mouth and then inhale and exhale in the nose, you should intend, so that you get reward for all these actions. So that's the first fara'id of ablution, and niyyah. And then the second, وغسل الوجه. So washing of the face is also what? Is also obligatory. So the face starts from where? From the hairline here, right? From the hairline here, right? To what? To the chin here. No, to the chin here. Yeah. And then also from what? From this what? The nose triggers from here to here. So all this place from here, and here.
Okay.
Yes. Right. So this is the face. So you have to what? You have to wash all this region of the face. All right. So he said, وغسل الوجه. So washing of what? Of the face is also what? Obligatory. Right? It's obligatory action of what? Of ablution. و وغسل اليدين إلى المرفقين. وغسل اليدين إلى المرفقين. And also washing of what? Of the hands from the wrist to where? To the elbow.
What's okay to
Yeah, you wash it from what? From starting from here, right? From the fingertips all the way to what? Including the elbow, right? Including the elbow. So it's all what? It all fall under what? Under the obligatory aspect of ablution, right? So you wash the what? Not to the elbow. Some don't include the elbow. No, you have to include the elbow, right? So you wash from what? From the fingertips to what? Including what? The elbow, right? So washing of what? Of the hands from the fingertips to what? To the elbow. Meaning, with the washing, you include the elbow in what? In the washing, right? You wash the elbow, and also ومسح جميع الرأس. ومسح جميع الرأس. And also wiping of what? Of the entire head, right? You wipe on what? On your head completely, right? So how do you do that, right? So you what? You renew, of course, when after washing the face and then the hands, you renew the water, and then also what? Wipe what? The hair completely. So this is how you do it. You do it this way, like this. This is fard, right? This obligatory aspect of ablution. So you don't just do it. Some people will just what? Rub 1/3 of the hair, the head. That's all. No. All right.
Like some people say.
Yeah, some people. If some will just do it this way. No.
So like they have
Mm-hmm.
the some.
Mm-hmm.
Is it based on those, like they must have?
Yeah. Also, like madhab of Hanafiya, when you wipe 1/3 of the hair, it suffices, right? But in our madhab, you have to what? You have to wipe the entire head, right? So you wipe it this way, from what? From the hairline all the way to what? To the backside, like this. But bringing it back, wiping it back to the hairline is what? It's not fard. So when you wipe it this way, from the hairline this way, all the way to what? To the backside, it suffices. This is the fard, right? But wiping it back to the forehead is what? Is sunnah. You get it? So, وَمَسْحُ جَمِيعِ الرَّأْسِ. So wiping what? The head completely is what? Is fard of what? Of ablution, right? It's fard. And then وَغَسْلُ الرِّجِلَيْنِ. And then washing وَغَسْلُ الرِّجِلَيْنِ إِلَى الْكَعْبَيْنِ. So washing of what? Of the feet to what? To the ankle. Meaning you wash the ankle too, right? You don't have to wash the feet. Let's say this is the feet and then this is the ankle, right? You wash the feet, including the what? The ankle, right? Including the ankle. As we said, when you are washing the hands too, from what? From the fingertips to the elbow, including the elbow. So you wash the elbow too. Is that clear? All right. So وَغَسْلُ الرِّجِلَيْنِ إِلَى الْكَعْبَيْنِ. So you wash also what? You wash the feet from what? From the toes to what? To the ankles. So you have to what? You have to run your fingers in what? Between the toes, right? You just don't have to just wet the feet, right? So you run the fingers in what? In the toes, to make sure that water has touched water has touched everywhere. So also And he said, wal fawr. Al fawr. So fawr is also what? Is also obligatory part of what? Ablution. Wal fawr wa dalku. So fawr is what? Continuity. So when you start the ablution, you what? You wash the hands, you rinse in the mouth, and then inhale and then exhale in the nose. All this is what? And then you wash the face, you wash the hands, you rub on the, you rub also, you wipe on what? On your head. So this is what? This is continuity without any what? Interruption. You don't have to pause and argue because, you know, someone performing ablution, they will be arguing, talking, okay? So this what? This interrupt what? The ablution, right? This interruption. So you when performing ablution, what you perform it what? Continuously. There should be what? Continuity in what? In the ablution, right? So you don't pause for anything, right? You don't pause for anything. When you start performing the ablution, what you continue to the end. So this is what? Al-Fawr, right? So when we say if you should not pause, meaning you should not pause for anything like for maybe talking or discussing or arguing, you know, once perform ablution, you don't do that. And also this pause, you should not pause till the previous part you wash gets dry, right? Let's say that you finish washing the face and someone came and engaged you in conversation. So this conversation, you started conversing with the person, and then by the time you realize the face has dried before you wash your hands. So with this you have to what? You have to rewash the face again before you wash the hands, right? So this is al-fawr, this continuity. You don't pause. There should not be any interruption, right? So it should be what? Continuous. From what? From the beginning to the end. And also what? Dalku or what? Tadlik. Ad-dalk or tadlik, this is also what? Rubbing. Okay, so he said what? You should wash the face. Ghusl al-wajhi wa ghusl al-yadayn. So you should wash the face and then also wash the hands, right? Okay, so washing the face means you should not wet the face by just running water on the face. No, you don't just pour water on the face. When you fill your hands with water, you wash the face and make sure you rub everywhere. So that's washing. And also the hands too, you rub. You just don't pour water like that. So you rub. So this is what? A tadlik rubbing. So you rub whilst you pour water on it. So when you pour water, you don't just pour water like this and then leave it. No, this is not washing. You've wetted what? The hands. You've not washed. So to wash, to be considered washing, you have to what? You have to rub. That's the dalk. Okay, a dalk. You have to what? You have to rub the face or the hands or the feet where it needs to be what? To be washed. Like the face, like the feet, and also the hands as well. So you have to what? You have to rub. That's dalk. A dalk. Is it clear? Okay, so that's what? These are the 7 actions of what? Of ablution. Right? These are the 7 actions of what? Of ablution. Okay. So should we move to the sunan? We should pause here. Alright. Okay. Alright, so let's pause here and then continue in our next lesson, inshallah. Wa akhir da'wahum alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.